Was that?
Nights! And cows! Never have me interviewed in the same pen of a cow. Fuck!
Hi folks, Spencer Rample here, bringing you interesting people with alternative lifestyles. Today I feature two young men who are living completely off-grid. No rent, no bills, no expenses, and no money. Let's see how they make this peaceful, minimalist lifestyle work for them.
You guys want to partake?
So that brings us back to Ian, and why he's up a tree, scared he's gonna fall, or get trampled by a cow. Well, there you have it. The magic word is chaga. Chaga is a fungus, a mushroom that grows on birch trees. And Ian is quite a naturalist himself and spends a lot of his time finding things like this that he can either eat or sell.
Don't bend your feet.
You think you hear a woodpecker, and it's not. It's just Ian.
Oh yeah.
Harvesting chaga.
Nervous as shit up a tree. Oh, and I think squirrels are way better than this. Got our artist palettes. They're good for.
Yeah, what do you got there, Ian?
These are oyster mushrooms. Is the gills fixed to the base? Because I see it ain't fixed to the base. They're just like cupped under. Fall oysters. They are grayer and more in the so summer oysters are tanner color. The fall ones are more grayer, and these are cuisine types of mushrooms. These don't shrink in size. You lose moisture, but you won't shrink in size. Yeah. And these were actually on the older that I actually harvest. I believe there's a section over here I actually picked that I actually grabbed chaga from. So this has finally passed the living extent of chaga, but all the rest of the other funguses decide to take their visitation here and start degrading the tree.
You know what? That's amazing. So this tree, actually in its life, provided you with chaga. Now it's dead and down and providing with oyster mushrooms now.
Yeah. Now, if it was a hemlock, I would have had chicken in the woods.
Oh, very cool.
Or cotton mushrooms, or cottonwood, like over here. But they also produce spicophyloides and also oyster mushroom.
Okay.
Now
All
let's
right.
back to the chaga that we picked. Besides the oysters, if you're interested, I have some. They're good to fry up and they're not poisonous. I can guarantee you that. Now, this is what we had for our chaga. This is roughly the same amount that I grinded up for you in birch.
Oh, okay.
So this is roughly 4 ounces in a rough, maybe 3 from my normal bouncing scale. You feel that? Like if you felt it yourself, feel the bounce? 4 ounces, 3.5. Yeah. Let me pour that abracadabra in you guys. Oh man, imagine that red line. Oh yeah. Smell that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you smell that, Mark.
Chaga dust.
And I always like this full way, half and half, so no matter what, it sits like that. Nice, neat, sitting on the shelf.
Nice.
And you can see 20 bucks chaga, 4 ounces with that. Ooh, that looks pretty off in the distance. And you look around, ooh, that looks pretty on the bottom. You know, like that kind of thing. Nothing plain, nothing sorted like that.
Good job, Ian.
That's why I need to get my next step, because everything is plain down over at the store right now. And that's right there, 4 ounces of chaga.
Right on. So that's part of how you make your money then, hey?
Pretty much. Very slowly, but it's what the tree does. If someone demands me to have more product to be sold off, you can't force the tree. You just gotta accept what is coming through.
Ian went on to explain to me all of the different medicinal benefits from chaga tea. For people, of course, and even for other plants. Yeah, they say that it helps fight off disease for different fruit trees and is an excellent fertilizer as well.
But it holds the same lighter amount of benzoylic acids.
Well, for the sake of time, we'll move on to another subject. But if any of you would like to know more, please write down in the comments and I'll make another video more complete about Ian the naturalist and all his wisdom on the flora of southern British Columbia. For now, let's head over to Ian's best friend and neighbor. Let's see how these two young men work together to support each other and survive with almost nothing living out here in the bush.
You're going to definitely see the barrel jump.
Maybe a little bit, yeah. Just pop that in there.
Like that.
Didn't jump it this time. It actually like jumps like a foot
Oh yeah, sometimes.
and falls right on its rim.
First off, I should explain. This is a large piece of property. It's about 600 acres, owned by a family that doesn't live here and doesn't live on the property. Now, instead of just letting that land go to waste, this owner has actually granted access to the land to these people. In fact, they've worked out a bit of a bargain. It's a work trade, really. For rent, these guys trade their time and effort, as they've been given a long list of tasks that they need to complete within the next 10 years. Things like keep the bush beat down, improve the roads, build a bridge, and even build a small airstrip. I can't tell you how proud I am of the owner of this property that he would make that arrangement with these folks, giving them a place to live, yet improving his land for when he plans to move on it. Work trades like this one highly benefit everyone, and I'm just so glad to see it happening. You'll notice a lot of stuff on this land, but believe me, everything is part of the agreement. They're allowed to bring whatever they want on, as long as it's on wheels, as long as it's portable, and they can take it all off when the day comes that the owner will be moving onto the land himself. Well, let's meet Jonathan, and I'll explain to you more how there's no junk on this property.
Oh, so this whole thing you got from the dump.
Yeah,
You're going to clean the carb, fix it up,
yeah.
take the motor off, and do what?
Take the deck and stuff back to the dump and then put it on my little lawnmower go-kart.
Yeah, yeah.
But both tires go onto one rim. And the hood opens up really funny from the front.
Yeah.
Alternator mount though, that'd be good to go. I've owned it for 3 years, only put like 100K on it. And there's only like 260, 270,000 K on it.
Yeah.
Which is, it's up there, but not that bad. And this is my 96 Chevy S10.
Jonathan's definitely got a talent for mechanics and fixing. And he uses that talent to repair old and discarded things that he can then use or sell.
That's how you live here, is you learn to do with less. It's a minimalist style of living, really, isn't it?
Very, yeah. Very, very minimal. Yeah, like 300 to 400, maybe 500 a month. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Just to survive and do what you want to do. And the rest of it's make money elsewhere.
Yeah.
With projects like vehicles and boats and snowmobiles, chainsaws,
Right.
lawnmowers, whatever, that's all been recycled.
Okay, well, I'd like to mention here that Ian and Jonathan live a lifestyle that requires very little money, but they still do need some. Luckily in Canada, we have a social service system that helps provide for people, and young men like this that don't have work will receive about $500 cash money to be able to afford his gasoline and Wi-Fi.
You can fix and build.
Yeah, fix and build and sell or give to people if they need it. Done that a few times, lent out chainsaws and whatnot.
Really?
Because they didn't have one to cut wood for the winter, so it was like, that's perfect.
Right on.
Last year, around June 30th, we actually moved down here. It's been about a year and a half so far. Got a few things accomplished. I built a little shed, got my camper.
Look. Oh, yeah.
Camper set up. I got a washer and dryer, Wi-Fi, TV, all that. Run with a generator.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and a bit of solar and a little bit of a windmill, but nothing too crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the creek beside my place is where I get my water for doing dishes, stuff like that. The view is what made it. I just love this view. I'll come here sometimes, just drink coffee.
No kidding, Jonathan. That is a way to start the day, hey?
Yeah,
Out here with your cup of coffee.
Yep.
You know what? This it definitely beats the drive-through lineup of Tim Hortons.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Okay, well, foraging for food, growing what they can, and having just enough money for a few supplies and a couple cans of gasoline doesn't leave anything left over for entertainment. But luckily, all of that in this area is free. Nothing like a campfire with friends. And here in British Columbia, Canada, both marijuana and magic mushrooms are legal and grow quite easily.
I think I have a Charlie horse on my leg.
I love mushrooms.
Oh, you do,
Mushrooms don't like me.
Oh? How do you mean? What happens to you?
Oh, I just trip fucking hard.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
These fellas even make and play their own musical instruments. And even let me join in their band. Now, a lot of people might say that a lifestyle like this is lazy. Well, we don't like that word around here at all. You see that hunting, foraging, fishing, packing your own water, all of those things take a lot of time and effort. Along with odd jobs and fulfilling their lease agreement, these guys are also busy with any kind of building project they might be able to accomplish as well.
I want to grab me the bucket and half shovel if you grab the rest of the stuff in there.
Completely buried roof, and I want to throw a little wood stove in there.
Yeah.
And I can hide solar panels wherever
Yeah.
and have LED lights.
It was really neat getting to know these guys, and Ian spent quite a bit of time with me telling me about his history, his past, and how he grew up.
Let's say is the pauper's point of view, or let's say a hoarder of finding old antiques and like useful old cast iron, weigh scale, stone mills. I could, like I had previously mentioned to you, but haven't right now into this recording, is I collect pedal bikes. I had from grade 4 to learn how to ride a bike. I can remember from my first start, you're talking of time of milestones there, laddie boy, is you ridden a bike? So there's me. Dyslexia is my encounter with my hit of autism.
Ian was very honest and forthcoming about his history and the challenges that he's had in his life.
Counseling with my mom's point of view being point that my brothers and me needed to socialize. Having to socialize via not being bullied by other people and having an adult counselor. My dad is a logger and pot grower now, admitting to be pot grower into these times. Yeah. And so let me get so fisherman, pot grower, logger. The main quote of my dad's life was not a mechanic, so it's just like those parts. So I got myself in the backlog. Mother's side would be poultry farmer, gardener. So I know everything off from the botanist side of the book from my eardrums ringing. So anything from that, and holistic herbs. So I got from that point. So I can basically be out in the middle of nowhere, be calm. So I had John, that is his form of skills with a wrench all the time. He was raised with back of a garage, basically. He didn't like school, so otherwise, that's my knowledge. He liked to go into, touch himself onto mechanical points.
Well, isn't that an interesting story? I hope you've enjoyed it, and a big thank you to Ian and Jonathan for sharing their lives with us. This may not be the lifestyle for you or me, but I can certainly see how working and providing for yourself in this place of nature could bring peace and happiness. In this day and age, We all seem to have too much stuff to worry about. So I can see the beauty and benefit of a minimalist lifestyle. You know, there's lots of Ian and Jonathans out there that just need the room and freedom to be who they are. My past is not gloomy. My past is not bright. My present mind watches a sunrise that makes it all right. My future is ahead as only it can be. For all of us, it's scary not to know or to be able to see. So we must use our past to guide us and be inspired by the present. Because if we only see through tunnel vision, the path of life will be unpleasant.
Oyster mushrooms! Oh my goodness! Oh my fucking god, we're gonna fry these fuckers up! Oh my goodness! Holy shit, no! Ah! That's a lot of oysters, huh? Alright, back to reality.